A pleasant good evening to each and everyone in Georgetown, Guyana, the diaspora, and the world at large. Friends all. Today's episode is about nothing lasts forever and God is the final judge. Why I came about with these things. A lot of you who are supporting political elements such as members of a party because they are of your race, as you say, even though I don't believe in racism, but I believe in the human race. But if because they are black you support them, then you're a fool. And if because they are East Indian descendant, then you support them, you're a jackass. I said it straight. Because you got to learn to understand God made this world and everything in it, and He made man. He didn't make a white man, a black man, a brown man, and a yellow man. It hurt me when I have to address this for Guyanese. And I'm looking at a lot of things and I'm seeing in Guyana, among the six races, let's give the African descendant, the children, great-grandchildren of the Africans, who was born in Guyana, of speaking the fluent language of England. Not like our Indian brothers and sisters, who when they speak English, it's like they're singing and talk nonsense. Because it stands for one reason. If the African descendant had brought the language of Africa, the movies with the language, singing and dancing, maybe we would have the same problem. So I blame those who allow the music and everything from the culture of India to enter, where the modern generation born out of India sing it and dance it but can't speak it and don't understand it. Let me deal with you, the Indian, first. You claim that the day of arrival, and I could guarantee you did not arrive, but you were born there. India is a huge country, divided because of religion. It cut up in 4 or 5 parts. You have Pakistan, India first, Pakistan. You have Bangladesh. You have Sri Lanka, and whatever else with it, my friends. Then you also have, they got Kashmir. All this was India before the division because of 2 things. Religion, Hinduism, and Islam. Why, if you're a human being, if Hinduism is good or Islam is good, why divide? You have a right to worship your God how you feel and how you like, as much as the other people. 2 women are not the same. 2 men are not the same. Why there are so many fruit trees all over the world and everyone carry their own ingredients and benefit? Friends, religion and politics and racism is not 3 good topics to get involved in. And the people who will kill and do a lot of things is the illiterate, the uneducated, the ignorant bastards, the fools on both sides of the fence in Georgetown, Guyana. There was a time in Guyana, and still exists, under the late Fast Burnham. And what happened in the 1960s to the Indians, they will never forget it. And every time the black group attack an Indian village, you will only open up the wound wider. Friends, you have to learn to understand one thing in this world. And I'm going to ask you, the African descendant of the black people. You're living in Buxton. You're living in Plaisance, majority. You're living in Mocha, majority. There I'm still, majority. How would you all like that a group of white people, and I use white for a reason, surround your village, have beat, burn, loot, and chop up and burn in your house? What will you do? And what will the message you tell the news, or what will you say? Will you say John, Henry, Thomas, Mr. Morgan? No, you will say white people. And therefore don't blame the Indian if they say black people. Come on, because you always have been racial and still is. But again, not the majority. There is good amongst all and there is bad amongst all. Right? But you have the educated, the illiterate bastards. You're ready to boot, burn, loot, and kill. But remember these words. Whatever you do, Jesus said it, do unto others as you like them do unto you. So don't blame the Indian for the 1960s for not to forget it. How long a Jew live in this world, he will never forget the Holocaust with Adolf Hitler. He will never forget it, man or woman, even though they were not there. Even though modern Germany have nothing to do with it, it will still be a question mark, and it's a stamp. Cannot be erased until the whole generation of this world collapse. So Indian people are like Jews. They're just like Jews, similar difference, just a hair difference. They're both covetous, vindictive, spiteful. But one thing with the Jews, they cooperate to get their enemy, while Indians pay you, the same black people, to beat their own, lock them up, jail them, and if possible, kill them. Do you know how many Indian businessmen in Guyana commit crime? You know how much? And they love a whorehouse, but I was campaigning in charity by the market. I was with the United Force. Ask Mr. Mansouri if you ever pick up a phone to call George Correa, 347-340-2628, and say how you doing when I was campaigning with him. Ask Vishnu Bandhu if he do the same when the car with the cowhead was mine. Ladies and gentlemen, I join every political party to bring about change from Burnham, because the man allowed racism and wrong thing to happen in the country against innocent people without doing something. Desmond Hart was different. So you, the blacks, who are not aware of what happened in the past, and you are hearing about it now, get this matter in your head. Don't blame the Indian not to trust you. Because every time there's an election in Agricola MacDoom, Jonestown on the East Bank, y'all stop the car, pull them out the minibus, rob them. And I heard by the school, even rape some of the women. It's alleged. So get this clear. So you can't blame the Indian not to remember. But what is amazing, Indian will bark like home dog. Unless they're mad, they can fight and chop up, but they only kill their own. Very rare an Indian kill a black person. But every 10, 9 out of 10 black people kill an Indian. 10 out of 10 Indian killing their own. And they use black people to do the killing at times, politically. And if they got little money, and they love to bribe people to thief. They bribe the NDC, they bribe the surveyors, they bribe the courthouse, they bribe the police station. If I am lying, tell me. And y'all want people to say, y'all are honorable, y'all are effing miserable. But the decent black people, I got your blood in me. While the Indian on the other side, the parasite to society of the human race. The good ones are there. Y'all are jealousful, spiteful, covetous, very ungrateful. Y'all don't remember kindness, but the decent one, keep away. The humble few. So there's good and bad amongst everybody, my friend. Under Burnham government, 90-something% of the civil servant was black. Indian girls had to pull their drawers down to have sex if they got a passport or birth certificate. If we give all them old police officer a lie detector test, every 10, 9 going to fail it. Another thing, every police station have commanders. And when a police beat an innocent man, lock him up, the commander will be responsible for time and date. No crime shall go underpay and sweep under the rug. And I know this, y'all love to kill, y'all love to beat, but don't push it too much. The world are changing drastically. I got black family. I got decent black friends. And to be honest, I trust the black man more than I trust the Indian. Because when black people stand at your corner, only God to separate you. But you Indian, a few dollars and thief in land and corruption, y'all even go to the opium man to destroy one another. Y'all may not like it, friends, but guess what? I don't care one piss. The truth must be revealed. In Guyana, look what happened the other day. A Muslim man bulldozed, knocking down house with all police, black police, Are y'all stupid? People got y'all on camera. Where y'all going to hide when the real government take over? Them who you got there's only overseers. America run things, my friend. Glenn must stop talking about Exxon and talk about the parliamentarian who sell the country, who signed contract for oil deal, and gold and diamond and other mineral resources. I look at Brian Max. I have to congratulate the man. And those who beat him, people know them. They hand the names over to him already. Where y'all going, friends? Y'all are setting your family in danger. And let it be known, Coolie people will sell their soul to get revenge. Between the Indian, and I keep saying it steady, out of 230-something thousand blacks, 70 to 80 give and take, 1,000 God can take to heaven. You don't have to worry. No thief in line and backstabbing. But if he take 2,000 Coolie, if I could throw him out of heaven and take weight, man, so be he coming down faster than Lucifer. Because Lucifer, the angel, had wings. But you got to throw him up because he wouldn't expect it. Y'all might even drunk if he does drink. And if you have a young sister that you might even give you the virginity if that's what he's going after, just to poison him. You Indian. From Idi Amin country, Uganda, close to 1 million was kicked out. Burma, South Africa now is trying. Anyway, you all go, y'all like causing trouble. Look in England. Look in England. An Indian man, prime minister in the past, Sunu, when the people protesting for the Palestinian human like themselves, he issued a statement and law and condemned them and want the people to be charged and locked up. He's a Hindu, he don't like Muslims. Why? You're a human being. Religion is given by man, not God. Why you don't like Muslim? Thank God they get rid of him from the prime ministership and give the Labour Party or whatever party the chance. Because you Indian, you're not different from the Jews. It's just a hair difference. But the Jews are more united and more powerful. They help each other. Look in Queens. Plenty of you Indians come over this country illegally, working, renting basement, and the landlord want to have sex with them. One in jail, he killed the woman in the past. When you all see a woman, even the secretary in the government, I could name some. In the secretary in government, on both parties having sex with them. Why? You women who are secretary in any government office or any office, if your boss or anyone or your supervisor try to dishonor you, report it or take my number and call me 347-340-2628. This nonsense have to stop. I was campaigning in charity with Manzoor. When I talk a Coolie man, I say, Coolie, kayo not Indian. He said, Karaya bhai, you're that good. If I be vote in your party, when can I open a whorehouse? I say, yes, uncle. Provided you use your wife, your daughter, and your mother. And if so be the case, your sister and your niece. The people beat his ass and I think the police walking across with the station right there. This is how y'all think. Y'all love whorehouse and rum shop. In every family, there's good and bad. Why I only got to talk about the black and the Indian, but the decent one, keep themselves out. In this minute, let me take time to congratulate Mr. Nigel Hughes for accepting the leadership of the AFC after fooling the country or fooling the Coolie. Because them who headed it is nothing but hypocrites in the past. You see the betrayal, what happened? You see what they done with the same avenue what they joined. But David Granger, remember George Correa on Sharma. David Granger, the nation in danger, let me be your Lone Ranger. When I was speaking on behalf of your political party by Big Market, you had one of the hugest crowd in your history. And AFC was passing with loud Coolie music, had no respect for your meeting. And you all hugged them. Judas was an Indian. Peter was an Indian. Matthews was an Indian. And guess what? And Jesus was a black man, woolly hair. Think. But again, there's good and bad amongst everyone. Everyone. So Mr. Nigel Hughes, I congratulate you for accepting the leadership. But I think the party should change the name And it's your party now, you're ahead. It shouldn't be AFC. Why you could change it around? Because they resigns all the China people to be WPA, Working People Alliance. Huh? Think of it. Working People Alliance. Huh? My friend, only God knows the future. All of we can dead and go. But I wish you all the best. But I still have a few questions for you. During a meeting in Brooklyn, I was there. If I remember right, I got to use a ledge. Or maybe my memory goes, I use a ledge, it's a pledge. I want to remember, because I have some pictures, I got to look for them. If you were there with it, when they were calling to divide Mackenzie from Guyana. And if so be the case, sir, if you was the person, I'm not accusing, because many dogs look alike, many jackasses look alike, horse, mule, camel, birds look alike. So I'm not associating with none of these birds, and I'm not disrespecting you, because I want to be sure. You've been accused you're working for Exxon. It's alleged. Exxon say you never worked for them or something like that. But I'm keeping put, and I want you to know, Guyana is not for black people alone or Indian, Chinese and Portuguese. If we all have to decide who to go back home, the black and the Indian will have to leave for Africa and India. And the mixers go stay right there because he can't go to those two countries. And the Portuguese and Chinese, where we could work with them because they didn't race and they didn't start, no problem. The two race had their chance already. Why they're not, why if it's one people, one nation, one destiny? Why the military and the police force and the civil servant was not equal with every race? I know the black people speak better English, don't get me wrong. Great teachers, great singers, and they write English good and speak it good. Now I better go down here and yeah, son down so. You hear? We want to free Guyana. We want an Amerindian man or woman to be the leader. First, to begin with, they will stop the border issue with Venezuela, Suriname, Brazil, anybody, because they are the first people. Can you, Mr. Mohammed, Mr. Ali, due respect, sorry, can you go to India and take away the seat from that madman they got there, Nudi? Or can you go to heaven and take away Muhammad's throne? If you can, then you could be king in Guyana. Or Bharatiya as a Hindu. Can you go and take away Rama Krishna position, the throne? If you do, then you could be emperor. Friends, hypocrites. Thank God we all have one thing in common, death. It is time for we to wake up and stop this nonsense. You, the young generation, Indian and black, who marry different race, you deserve an award. My promise to you, some of you, Zachariah, you don't know where you're talking. You live in a different world. No, brother, I live in the same world, east, west, north, and south. You are the one who lives on handout, not me. So be careful with your mouth. Another thing I want you all to get clear. Whatever crime was committed against innocent people, not we alone, everybody got your name. You're going to answer in the time of a free government. There will be a new court system. So if you all know better, degrade and move away from APNU, PNC, and PPP. Let's form a national front government for national unity and development for all Guyanese. And let's forget Africans and Indians. Why the Chinese and Portuguese don't talk? They were slave friends. And why everything is the white man, and I see there's not a progressive black country, only Rwanda and South Africa, somebody said another one, I don't know. There's a lot of theft. And in India, more corruption. Indian bed on corruption. Please, I beg you all come together. A national front government headed by an Amerindian man or woman, followed by the other races. And Guyana can be on the broomstick. And we could negotiate all contracts through the name of a true Guyana. Every family who don't have land will get land and money to build your house. And we shall open up the door to Africa and India and the Caribbean and help America to take some of the refugees. And a message for the American citizen. I hear the campaign is hot. Some accusing Biden and Biden accusing others. How many million immigrants are in this country? Yes, they might be right, and I won't blame them. But America have caused the destruction from Mexico to Argentina, even in the Caribbean, some parts of Africa and the Middle East. So if you want the people house where you want them to go, y'all don't be selfish. That Guyana could be the place for them. So if the President of America listening, but they say right now he's sick with the virus, so we hope he recover. And whoever fulfill his desire, Guyana can be the stepping stone to take the refugee and put Guyana forward. If you believe in God Almighty, you don't have Guyanese, you don't have Trinidadian, American, and Canadian. You have man and the world. Man make names. Let's unite and help our brothers and sisters who are less fortunate, put Guyana forward, and we could be the stepping stone for all the prophets to come and see that their work did not go in vain. And I want Mr. Nigel Hughes, call me, 347-340-2628. Anyhow, I will return with another one on Sunday, God's Free Life. But good luck to you and your party, and we are looking forward for a better Guyana under the sky. Thank God.